Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to automate email responses based on sentiment using AI agent. So let's suppose I am running an online business and I am receiving many mails based on the product which I have sold to my customers. Now I want that as soon as I receive a mail, this mail should be automatically analyzed with the help of AI agent. Here I am going to use my AI agent as OpenAI, and then based on that sentiment, a mail should be, or the reply should be automatically generated so that I can send to my customers. Now doing this manually will consume a lot of time, so I am completely going to automate this process. And to do this automation, I am going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between email parser, OpenAI and Gmail. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I am going to build this connection in such a way that whenever I am going to receive a new email, that mail will be automatically analyzed with the help of OpenAI, and the mail should be automatically generated as the reply, which I am going to send with the help of Gmail. Now, if you want to learn the step-by-step process, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to see how to automate email-based responses based on sentiment using AI agent. For this, I have created this automation workflow where I have built connection between email parser, OpenAI and Gmail, and this is the mail which I have received. Hi, I recently received my order and I am quite disappointed. The product looks different from what was shown on your website. The size doesn't fit at all even though I followed your size guide. This was the mail which I have received, and with the help of this OpenAI, I created the reply for this. Hi, thank you for reaching out to us regarding your recent experience with order. We sincerely apologize for the disappointment and frustration you have encountered, and I have put the rest of the details. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run. And now to learn how to create this, let's start creating this from the beginning. In this video, we are going to learn how to automate email responses based on sentiment using AI agent. For this, we are going to create automation between email parser, OpenAI and Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now after browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in, and if you are a new user, click on this sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on this sign in, and here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I have created over here. Now if you want to create a new folder, simply click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow button. And first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first, let's name this workflow as automate email responses based on sentiment using AI agent. And now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders which have been created, and here I'm going to select this as AI agent and then click on create. Here workflow created successfully. As soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to automate email responses based on sentiment using AI agent, which means whenever I'm going to receive a new email, it will be automatically analyzed based on the sentiment of that email with the help of AI agent, and the reply will be automatically generated based on that. And I'm going to send that with the help of Gmail. So here, whenever I'm going to receive the mail, trigger says when this happens. This complete workflow here is going to get triggered, and then action says do this, then generate the reply and send that reply. So here in my trigger application, I will be taking email parser, a feature by Pabbly with the help of which I am going to forward all the mails which I'm going to receive to my Pabbly Connect workflow. I'm going to send that, and then I'm going to receive the reply as the response. I'm going to take my trigger application as email parser, and then in my action application, I will be taking OpenAI and Gmail. So here I hope this is very clear to you now. I'm going to take my trigger application as email parser, and then in my trigger event, I'm going to take this new email received. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and my Gmail, for which our email password address is provided to me, and I'm going to open my Gmail first. So here I'm going to open. So here this is my Gmail account. On the top in the settings, I can see this option of see all settings. So I'm going to open this. Now over here I can see this option of forwarding and POP. So I'm going to click on this. And then over here on the top, I can see this option of forwarding and POP. So I'm going to open this, and then I'm going to click on this add a forwarding address. Over here, I'll go back towards my workflow, copy this email parser address, and I'm going to paste that over here in this box. And now I'm going to click on this next. I just need to verify. So I'm going to first verify this with my phone, and as it will be verified, a link will be sent. So here it says forwarding mail to this. If I click on this proceed, it says a confirmation link has been sent to verify permission. Now I'm going to open my workflow. Now if I scroll this down in this body text, I have the link which it has sent me. So I have to copy this from this HTTPS till before this if. So I'm going to copy, I'm going to paste that in a new tab. And then it says please confirm forwarding mail of my to this. So I'm going to confirm this. And here it says confirmation success. So all my mails will be forwarded to my Pabbly Connect workflow to that particular address. And now before executing this, I have to make sure that I have clicked on the save changes. If I do not click on save changes, I will not be able to receive the response. Now over here, I'm going to click on this recapture email parser response. And do you wish to recapture response? I'm going to click on this yes. So here you can see that it has changed this waiting for the email parser response, and under this it is written send an email to email address mentioned above so that we can capture all the details from email content automatically. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to send a mail from another account to my own account, and when I'm going to receive that mail, I'm automatically going to receive all the details in this particular workflow. I'm going to open another account. So here I have written this mail. The subject is disappointment with my stay. And then I have written the mail as, hi, I stayed at your ABC hotel from May 25th to 28th, and unfortunately my experience was not what I expected. The room wasn't ready, the air conditioner didn't work properly, so it was frustrating. It had good reviews, but I'm frustrated and disappointed. So I'm going to send this feedback. I'm going to send this by simply clicking on this send, and as soon as I do this, you will see I'm going to receive this in my Pabbly Connect workflow. So let's send this mail. And here I have received the response. You can see the subject is disappointment with my stay. I'm going to open this body text. So it says, hi, I stayed at your ABC hotel from May 25th to 28th. So this is the same exact mail which I have sent. Now I have received the response, and we can say the connection setup that we have created between Pabbly Connect and my Gmail, that is successful. And now whenever I'm going to receive any mail, I will start capturing that response here in this workflow. But here we have created the connection, and whenever I'm going to receive any email on my Gmail, that will be forwarded to this address and I'm going to receive the response. But I do not want all the mails. So what we can do, we can filter the values, and for that I'm going to take my action application as filter, and then in my action event I'm going to select this as filter values and then click on connect. Here I'm going to first select the label from the response which I have received. And I'm going to enter the subject as my label, disappointment with my stay. You can enter anything like the order or whatever business you are running, that if it contains, the label contains this particular word, only then that workflow should be executed. So here the filter type will be contains. So if this label contains this value, like suppose I'm going to write stay, then only this workflow should execute, otherwise it should stop. You can add more filter condition or and condition. And then you simply need to click on the save and send test request. And here we have received the response. The status is success. The message or the condition is true. Now, only when I'm going to receive such email from my customers, this workflow is going to get executed. Here we are done with the first step, and now I have to generate the sentiment analysis based on the mail which I have received, and I want to generate the reply for that. So with the help of my AI agent, I'm going to do this, and then in my action application, I'm going to take this OpenAI, and then in my action event, I'm going to select this as Chat GPT structured AI output and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And now to make this connection, we have to enter the token. Following the help desk given below, I'm going to enter this token and I'm going to click on the hyperlink. And it has taken me towards this API keys page. Now to create a new API token, I simply need to click on this create new secret key. First I have to provide the key. So let's say the key is test. The project will be default project and the permissions will be all. And then I simply need to click on this create. A new API token will be provided to me, which I need to copy and simply paste that over here. Here, as I have already an existing connection, I have created this connection multiple times. So I have selected this and then I'm going to click on this save. Here OpenAI is connected with Pabbly Connect and now I have to enter these details. First I'm going to select my AI model. I'm going to select this as GPT-4o Mini. The roles which I'm going to select will remain user and then I'm going to enter the prompt in this coordinate user field. So I'm going to enter the prompt in a way that I have received the mail and I want to generate the sentiment analysis reply or the response for that. I'm going to enter the prompt as. So here I have entered the prompt, analyze the sentiment of the email below. Then based on the sentiment, positive, neutral or negative, draft a professional and empathetic response email. If negative, apologize, acknowledge the issue and escalate to human support. If neutral, provide helpful information or clarification. If positive, express gratitude and invite the customer to leave a review or engage further. Keep the tone friendly, clear and on board. Do not write customer name, just write company name ABC and not my name. So this is the prompt which I have entered and then I'm going to enter the response of the mail which I have received from my email parser. I'm not going to again enter this manually, but instead I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter the data from the previous response. As soon as I've clicked on this field, I can see this email parser and when I click on this, I can see all the response which I have received from there. Here I'm going to enter this body text, so I'm going to enter this. And over here mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. I'm going to enter the response format now. This is a very important field. So as to get the response in JSON format. So here first what we are going to do, we are going to copy and paste this format which we are given in the help desk, and from here we have to remove this your JSON schema curly braces. And now I'm going to enter the JSON schema so as to get the response in JSON format. And to get this, what I have to do, I'm going to open my OpenAI and go towards the docs. On the left hand side where I can see all these options, I'm going to click on the structured outputs and it says try it out in playground or generate a ready to use schema definition to experiment with structured outputs. I'm going to click on this generate and first I'm going to enter the subject and then I'm going to write the type of text and then I'm going to write give me the subject of the mail and then I want the body of the mail. So I'm going to write body type of text, give me the body of the mail. Now here we need to enter this in the same format for whatever fields which we require. I require the subject and the body, so I've entered those fields in this format and now I'm simply going to click on this create and you will see a ready to use JSON schema will be generated in no time, and here it is. Now I'm going to copy this completely and entirely and I'm going to paste that over here in between this. So here we are done with this. We have to enter this so as to get the response in JSON format. These fields are not required one. And in the sampling temperature, I'm going to select this as temperature sampling and these again fields are not required one. So I'm going to skip this. I just want to get the response of the sentiment analysis reply for that customer. So I have entered all the required details and now I'm going to click on the save and send test request. Let's wait for the response. So here we have received the response. The subject is we are here to help you with your recent stay and the body says dear guest, thank you for reaching out and sharing your experience at ABC Hotel. I'm truly sorry to hear that your stay did not meet your expectations, especially regarding the issue with your room and the service you received. So here we have addressed the problem. It says that you can directly speak to the guest service team or you can reply to this email, and then we will strive for the better experience. So here we have received a wonderful email which I can send to this user. So for that, to send this mail, I'm going to click on this add action step button, and then in my action application I'm going to search for Gmail, and then in my action event I'm going to select this as send email v1 and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, and then to make this connection we have to click on this connect with Gmail. Here you need to choose your account with which you have logged in your Gmail, and after choosing your account you simply need to grant away some permissions, for which you need to click on this allow. Here authorization successful, Gmail is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter these details. First is recipient email address. So I have received this recipient email address and I'm going to map this address from the email parcel response. So this is the address from zero address. This is the address which has sent the mail, and then CC, BCC fields are not required one, so I'm going to skip this. The sender name I'm going to write ABC. And then in the subject, I'm going to map the response which I have received in my OpenAI. The reply to field is not a required one, so I'm going to skip this. In the email content type, I'm going to select this as plain. And the email content, I have received the response over here from my OpenAI. Here I have entered all the required details, and now I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request, and you will see the mail will be sent. And here we have received this. The status is success, or the message has been sent or the mail has been sent. I'm going to open the other account and check whether I have received the revert or not. And here I can see that I have received this message. You can see just 0 minutes ago I have received this mail. Dear guest, thank you for reaching out and sharing your experience at ABC Hotel, and this is the same exact response which we have generated with the help of OpenAI. Now to summarize, we took email parser with the help of which we sent or forwarded all the mails which I am receiving on my Gmail to this, and then I filter out the values that only those emails which are sent by my customers I want to receive that and execute, and then I sent that to my OpenAI that I want to generate the sentiment analysis reply response, and as soon as the response was generated I sent that mail with the help of Gmail. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run, and here we have successfully created automation between email parser, OpenAI and Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.